Greetings and congratulations to the 2020 graduating class of the Department of Psychology at UCLA. Congratulations to you, to your families, to your friends, and to all your supporters. I'm so deeply honored to be your commencement speaker this year, and this year especially. You know, every year so much responsibility lies in these speeches. The responsibility to honor your amazing accomplishments, to acknowledge the challenges that you've overcome on your undergraduate journey, and to provide hope and encouragement for the amazing things we know you'll do in the future. But these responsibilities weigh particularly heavy this year when the future seems so uncertain and stress feels so pervasive. For me, the responsibility also weighs heavy because the same week that your chair, Dr. Stanton, asked me to be commencement speaker, Barack Obama said he would do his own commencement speech and that he would be having special guests Megan Rapinoe, Pharrell, Bad Bunny, Yara Shahidi, Lena Waithe, her, and the Jonas Brothers. I cannot compete with that. But on the other hand, none of those people went to UCLA. So none of them can speak to this truly wonderful institution. As for me, my parents both went here. This is where they met, this is where they fell in love, and so it's not an exaggeration to say that I am a product, quite literally, of UCLA. And years later, but well before I ever came to stand before you as I do today, virtually, I also went here. Not for undergrad, I was rejected, but for grad school. When I graduated from Cornell in 2001, I thought to myself, if I could go to grad school anywhere in the country, or even in the world, where would that be? And of course the answer there was UCLA. So I packed up my car, drove across the country, and relentlessly pursued my dream of getting a Ph.D. from our institution. And it was a dream that just happened to include following in the footsteps of my parents. And in 2012, I had the unbelievable fortune to be hired here at UCLA as a faculty member. And that would close the circle pretty poetically right there, except that my toddler Clark spent his first 3 years in the infant development program run by the UCLA Department of Psychology. So that's 3 generations, sort of, a family affair, and one that seems to always lead home. And that is what I want to impart to you, that UCLA will always be your home. It will always be your community, the place you can always go to where people will have your back. Now, I know this is not how you envisioned your time at UCLA ending. I can understand your feelings of disappointment or even bitterness. And beyond that, your feelings of fear. Fear for your future, fear about whether you'll be able to pay your rent, fear for your loved ones. It's so hard to go on day by day when just stepping outside your door is something to be fearful of. It's an experience that is extremely stressful. And as a health psychologist, I happen to study the effects of stress on the body. So stress can harm our physiology and biology in many ways. Stress can make your heart work overtime and put wear and tear on your cardiovascular system. Stress hormones can drive you to eat sugary and fatty foods. I'm sure some of you are experiencing that right now and gaining the COVID-15 instead of the freshman 15. Well, I'm here to tell you that my research shows that stress eating can actually dampen physiological stress responses. In other words, stress eating works. So don't feel guilty if you've put on a couple extra pounds. One other finding from my research, though, is that comfort food doesn't have to be high sugar, high fat, high calorie in order to work its magic. In fact, we found that strawberries will work just as well as strawberry ice cream in soothing the body's stress response. So that's a way that you could harness the power of stress eating and still get in a couple fruits and veggies. If there's one thing that I want for the class of 2020, it's that I want you to reflect on how your degree is about so much more than the last couple months. It's about how much you learned, the social connections you've made, all the highs and lows that you've reveled in and conquered. Even when things look bleak now, I want you to look back on your time at UCLA and reflect on all those goals that you set and that you accomplished. It's those things that are going to make you into the person you want to be. And today, I truly want each of you to enjoy and bask in everyone's congratulations. Not just because they're nice to hear, because you earned this, you deserve this. And moments like this do not last. That's why they're so important. There's a lot out there in our world that is pressing in, that's broken, that needs fixing. Big, tough institutional problems that end in violence on our doorsteps. Hundreds of years of cruelty, racism, things that make me want to scream and cry, and despair. Black lives being dehumanized and extinguished. And it may feel like the world's looking to you to fix these problems. It may feel like that, like everyone's hopes rest with you and your generation. So that's why I say to savor this moment without putting the weight of the world on your shoulders just yet. That may be to come, and we need to work together. It's going to take multi-generational, multiracial coalitions to really tackle our biggest societal problems. I promise I will be there alongside you, working together to fix these problems. But for now and for today, I'm so proud of everything this class has done, and I honor each of you on this very special day. And finally, I may not be Barack Obama, but I did want to send you off in style, UCLA style. So to properly celebrate the 2020 graduating class of the UCLA Department of Psychology, I present to you your very own UCLA Scattertones.
She was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach. She ran away in her sleep. Life goes on, it gets so heavy, the wheel breaks the butterfly. Every day but one of all, in the night, the stormy night, she closed her eyes. Away she flies to the paradise, paradise, to the paradise. Every time she closed her